Happy Sunday, or whatever day it is that you guys are watching this video. I just want to start off and say thank you to everyone who's watched all my art videos, and I know a lot of you guys were like, oh, I want to see more art videos, more is coming, but in just different varieties, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I haven't uploaded in a couple of months because obviously, you know, life gets in the way, work, family, life, all that jazz. But today I have a slightly different video. So I have been getting into making concrete statues and using molds to make concrete figures and sculptures. Let me grab it. So you know, you go online and you see all these molds, but there was one particular kind of model that I really wanted to make, and it was the lucky cat. So I decided, okay, I can't find any lucky cat molds, and if I get one ordered, it's going to be very expensive, so let me try and make it myself. I had a look on Amazon. I needed something that would fill up quite a big vessel because of the lucky cat size. It is quite big, and she is, you know, very thick in that sense. So I needed something that could give me at least like a kilo or 2 kilos of silicone, and on Amazon everything was just in tiny little bottles. So I had to go to like a manufacturing warehouse wholesale site, and this is how it turned out. So I bought my mold from this website called epideco.co.uk, and I got 1 kilo's worth of silicone, and it comes with a small bottle of catalyst. The only vessel that I could find suitable for the lucky cat was this dried tea leaves pot. So, you know, it did the job and I like the shape of it. So according to the instructions, it was per 500 grams of silicone, I would need 10 kilograms of catalyst. So obviously I'm not very good at maths. I didn't measure out the volume, which you probably should have done beforehand. So one thing that I do with everything, and I've been doing throughout my entire life, is just eyeballing everything. So I thought 500 grams would be enough. Me being me, I realized that the little takeaway box that I was using was way too small, so I had to transfer it into a bigger tub. Please be aware that this stuff is extremely sticky. Like, it is so sticky, I just can't explain how sticky it is. And it took me about 20 minutes to scrape everything out of that box and back into the bigger tub. So I'm adding my 10 grams of catalyst. I'm using jumbo sticks to mix. I mean, if you have something that's probably a bit more sturdier, I would definitely recommend doing that. My wrist was probably aching by the end of this, and you want to give it a good stir for a couple of minutes. The texture, it will harden just very slightly. It will be slightly thicker, but it's still a little bit runny. You want to tap the bubbles out from the container. I just popped them because it didn't work. And then you want to kind of center your piece in the middle of your container so it is thick enough around the edges, because last thing you want when you pour your either wax or concrete or whatever liquid into it, you don't want it to flop. Now, I read somewhere that if you pour high and let it fall down thin, like the mixture, then it is a lot better. Also, with this lucky cat, the battery pack cover at the bottom was lost. So obviously I took the battery out and I covered it with tape. You don't want any holes. I realized here, particularly where the joint is, where the waving arm is, a lot of silicone got into there. So if you can, just use blue tack to cover up any unwanted spaces that you don't want the silicone to go into. And also you want to be able to stick down your figure onto the bottom of the container, because one thing I found here was that the cat kept on floating up to the top, and it gave me so much trouble. I had to sit there and hold the cat down whilst the silicone set a little bit. So clearly you can see here that I did not make enough. So I'm going to use the rest of the tub, another 500 grams, and try to fill it up. And as you can see, it still wasn't enough. So I had to order another kilo from this place and wait a couple days for me to get back into finishing this project. So I did let it set for about a day just to be sure fully. You want to put it somewhere where it is dust free because it picks up everything. It picks up dust, it picks up anything that passes it. It is still quite sticky, so it will stick onto the silicone if it's not covered. Unmolding it was a bit of a struggle. The tea leaf thing probably wasn't the best because there were loads of tea leaves just stuck at the bottom of it, but I used a wet wipe afterwards and it all just came off. So as you can see, the tape was no more. The silicone got inside of the cat and it kind of ruined the spring inside of the battery space, but yeah, it's fine. We was able to save it, so it's okay. Also, I think with some of the incisions, I could have made them in a place that wasn't as open as where the back was, because as you'll see later, there was quite a big line down the middle of the back. Yeah, I would probably say make the incisions on the sides of your figure. This silicone was so strong, guys. I was literally fighting with it, so I had to call my husband to come and help me because I just couldn't get it open, and it kept on fighting back with me, and it was terrible. I needed help. Look, I got so stressed. I took off my jumper, everything. I was getting so hot. I was getting so stressed, but it's fine. We had help. So I actually tried it out with concrete and just to see how it came out. It is definitely a two-person job unless you're a really strong girl. Props to you, because I couldn't do it on my own. You do have to be careful when you wedge things out, as you do with most molds, and there you have it. It was nice. So as you can see along the back, I did make the incision in the wrong place. Probably along the side it would have been a lot better, because although I've tried to sand it out, you can still see there's like a scar, I guess. So as you saw, this gave me a lot of stress. In total, 1 kilogram cost me about £20. So I ended up spending up about £40, which is about, I guess, $50 US. It is quite expensive to make. However, you know, it is worth it. And oh, light's blinding me. So yes, it is expensive if you want to make it yourself and you need your own materials, but then again, it will equally or probably be more expensive if you get someone else to make it for you, because silicone is a very expensive product, and it's very kind of fiddly and messy to handle with, as you guys probably saw already. Thank you for all the love on my channel so far. We've hit about 600 followers, or 650, no, about 600 followers, subscribers so far. So thank you, and everyone who's just constantly, you know, watching my videos and following me on Instagram. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. It's so nice, like, because you know, when we all work from home, or you're just working your 9-to-5 job 5, 6, 7 days a week, and it's just like, you know, that's not what you want to do full time. But then you have little reminders like, oh, this is what you're working towards. You guys give me that, so thank you, I guess. Yeah, so the next few videos, I'm going to go more into my experience and different types of concretes. I know it's not textured art. I do want to get back into it, but probably later along the line. And I don't know if anyone would probably care, but I do want to throw in some lifestyle stuff as well, like get to know me a bit more, what I get up to in my day-to-day routine. So I see you guys in the next videos.